$500 million. That's how much vanished in a single night. No gunshots, no alarms, no chase. Just 13 empty spaces where history used to hang. And 35 years later, not a single painting has been recovered. Boston, March 18th, 1991, 24 in the morning. The city was settling down after a night of celebration. Most people believed the night was over. They were wrong. Just a few miles from downtown Boston stood one of the most extraordinary private art collections in the world, the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, a place built to preserve beauty. And on this night, everything seemed perfectly normal. At 1:24 in the morning, a vehicle arrived at the museum. Nothing about it seemed unusual. But inside were two men who were about to make history. At 1:24 a.m., a car arrived at the museum. Inside were two men dressed as police officers. They carried badges. They looked authentic, but they weren't cops. They were thieves. To everyone watching, they seemed trustworthy, and that was all they needed. The two men stepped into the rain. They walked to the museum entrance. One of them pressed the intercom button and waited.
Boston Police. We've received a report of a disturbance.
A disturbance? What kind of disturbance?
We received a call. Someone may have tried to enter the museum grounds.
Really? So, I didn't notice anything unusual, officer.
That's exactly why we'd like to take a quick look. Would you let us inside?
All right, come on in.
As the gate opened, they were inside, and everything that followed was exactly what they had planned. The door finally opened. The guards believed they were meeting police officers. They were wrong.
Good evening.
Can I help you?
Of a disturbance nearby. We'd like to take a quick look inside. Just for a minute.
Isn't that a long time?
Yes, of course.
All right. Come in.
Thank you. You're here alone tonight?
No.
All right. Would you step over here for a moment?
Sure.
Thank you. Don't be alarmed.
What?
This is a robbery.
Within minutes, the guards were restrained and locked in the basement. The thieves now had complete control of the museum. For the next 81 minutes, they moved from room to room, selecting priceless masterpieces. Their first target was a Vermeer painting, cut directly from its frame. Those empty frames still hang in the museum today. The estimated value of the stolen art exceeds $500 million. By sunrise, the thieves were gone. But the real mystery was only beginning. When the sun rose over Boston, everything looked perfectly normal. No one outside the museum knew that the largest art heist in history had already happened. At first, investigators thought it was just another burglary. Then, they saw the empty frames and realized they were standing inside the largest art heist in history. Those empty frames still hang in the museum today, a permanent reminder of a crime that has never been solved. The FBI quickly joined the investigation. Agents soon realized this was unlike any art theft they had ever seen. The thieves had left behind almost nothing. No fingerprints, no witnesses, no security footage, no stolen paintings, and no suspects. The FBI had almost no evidence, but they did have theories. Over the years, investigators focused on several possible suspects. Some were career criminals. Others were connected to organized crime. None were ever charged. The first major theory pointed toward Boston's criminal underworld. Several known criminals quickly attracted the attention of investigators. Some had experience stealing valuable artwork. Others were connected to powerful organized crime groups. But proving their involvement would be far more difficult. For a moment, investigators believed they were getting closer. One suspect appeared again and again throughout the case. But suspicion alone was never enough. No evidence could place him inside the museum that night. Decades later, the search continues. A reward of $10 million remains available. Someone knows where the paintings are. The question is whether they will ever come forward. Over the years, investigators followed countless leads. Some suspects died. Others disappeared. Every promising theory eventually reached the same destination, a dead end. 35 years have passed. The paintings have never been recovered. And somewhere, they may still exist. Maybe one day, someone will. The truth will finally come out.